I wanted to show you my winter hammock as it sits now. I went camping over the weekend and I showed my shelter, but I didn't really talk about my hammock too much. And I think it's kind of interesting what I've been doing, so I thought I'd make a little video. This is a tarp that I'm selling. It'll be up on eBay for like $99 shipped. But what I really want to show you is what's underneath. So I'm actually just going to kind of take out, I'll just go ahead and take out one side of the tarp to visually expose the hammock. So let's just flip this roof off here. Okay, so this is what I got. What I have here is a hammock that I made, and I glued a sleeping bag head, actually. So it seems kind of weird, huh? But I had that left over for some project, and so I just glued that to basically where your head would be. And on the rest of it, I glued a sleeping bag that I got, like super cheap one from China, shipped for like, I can't remember if it was $69 or $99, but it's down. And I can't remember, it might even be good down, although when I feel it, I don't know, it's hard to say. But anyways, it's down, and it's a sleeping bag, and it's glued to the bottom. And I think what I actually did, because see, it's actually wrapping like the whole way around this hammock, right? And you might think, well, that's actually the whole sleeping bag. See, when you get one of those cheap little Chinese sleeping bags, you can hardly fit in them. I couldn't fit in this sleeping bag, so I couldn't use it as a sleeping bag. So I glued it to the bottom of this hammock, and it's perfect for that because it wraps all the way around both sides, like extensively. So you really have a lot of underneath coverage there. And then what I do in here is I made these, this part here is like it's a pocket. And there's one at this end and one at the other end that hold this mat, which the mat is I don't know if you can see, here it is, Exped down mat. So there's down on the sleeping bag that's glued to the bottom of the hammock, and then there's down in the air mattress that's in the hammock. And then I was using my North Face 20 below bag from North Face, which is crazy wonderful sleeping bag. And there's also this flap here, which I can pull over the whole deal. That was used to be like you pull it out away from you and it could be a shelf. And I was trying to use it like to keep spindrift off, and it worked. But in reality, if I was to make that flap again, I would make it bigger down here. See how there's kind of a gap here, and spindrift could get in there. You could just come like straight out, It could have been a rectangle rather than a triangle, and that would have been probably better. So that's something good for me to know. But of course, you're not always dealing with spindrift. That's just for winter camping, and really I'm not sure I advise. Well, yeah, I think I am advising winter camping. So yeah, you might want to sew a rectangle to the side of your hammock to flop over to keep the spindrift out, not a triangle. I'd say that's probably what I'm going to do to some hammock real soon here. But anyway, that's how I got it right now. And I was warm on that trip. There was I don't know how many of us there were up there, probably 20 of us. And I'm pretty sure I was the only person that didn't get cold with this rig. And nobody really kept track of how cold it got that night. It wasn't really supposed to get that cold. Like it was supposed to get 15 or 20, but I think some people thought it got colder because everybody got cold except for me in this kit. So I think this is a pretty warm kit, and just wanted to show that to you.